Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel, evening DSC broadcasting in the chat. So we're back tonight with live with round 6 coverage of the Renault Megane Trophy League. It's a 10-minute qualifying followed by 2 20-minute sprint races, and as seen on screen they must use a set of mediums at some point throughout the night. So let's have a look at sound of sorry for angles for this one. So around turn 1 into turn 2, this is a great big long sweeping right hander up the hill. Just let me know that you guys can hear it. I think the sound's on, but I don't know. I think I've not turned it on in my monitor again. So through that big turn 2 up turn 3 up the hill. Tricky one this, easy to run it out wide, and then this one over the brow as well, up and over the hill to the right. Easy to run out on the exit of this one. Little twitch there on the way out for that driver giving us the hot lap. Down the hill then through the left-hander at the bottom, back up the hill into the right again. Early on, it could be tricky to get around some of these corners. Down this long back straight then. So not a lot to this track, but it can be, it's hell or high water, this thing. It is an absolute nightmare. As you can see, it's nothing but sand if you run off track, and that sand provides absolutely zero grip. So getting it back on track is just as difficult as getting it round the track. So there we go, that is a lap with I think that was Mocking Weeks we've just been round with. So points wise, it is Mocking Weeks up front there with 117 points. Manny in second with 101 points. Obi in third with 98 points. We've got Marshall fourth, also with 98 points joint. Pilgrim in fifth with 74. We've got Dylan in sixth with 70. We have Tyre Slayer in seventh with 69. Apache in eighth with 67. We've got Campo in 9th with 55 points. We've got Puggers in 10th with 48 points. Ricky J in 11th with 46 points. Footer Eng in 12th with 41 points. Coffin Dodger with 35 points in 13th. Ice Chand with 23 points in 14th. Don with 15 points in 15th. And Bo with 5 points in 16th. So those drivers that are sort of semi-blacked out are the stand-in drivers that pop in and out. DSC Broadcasting do love Big Willow, where dreams are made and ended with a lap. But there you go, exactly. And I have heard tonight rumours, t-shirts and stickers still available, people. Hit me up, .smoker@googlemail.com. I have heard rumours that Ricky J is looking to hit the big jump. Qualifying underway then. Let me turn the sound on. Let me know you can hear it okay. So we're just starting the out laps then for qualifying. Oh, sorry, we're on second laps already. Yeah, it's a tricky circuit, Big Willow. Again, just the nature of the track. It is just a bit of tarmac smashed somewhere in the desert. And yeah, if you get any of these corners wrong, it is a long trip into the sand before you can get this thing controlled and back on track. But again, I have heard rumours that certain drivers are looking for ramps today in this one, going for the long jump record in the Meganes. There's only really a couple of places to do it, running up the hill to the hairpin on the right, or as you come around turn 1, just let it drift off track slightly on the right hand side, and you'll see now. see a big lump off to the right where they can fire themselves off into oblivion when we get around this corner. So just let it peel over to the right, and that big lump to the right hand side there with the two green things on. Pow! Over that and off into the crowd you can go. And the other option is just around this next corner. There's a second one of those lumps, but you can't get that one. Turn left up this and then hit the lump just at the apex of the hairpin, so around here and then over that thing, over the TV broadcast tower. Why not? Taking out a few marshals and some spectators as well, so we'll have to see whether anyone attempts those jumps tonight. Obviously that's not a direct part of the race, but all for fun, I'm sure. So yeah, the two sprint races tonight, they have to use the mediums at some point throughout the evening. Been a little bit of confusion about that throughout the season, which tyres they are and aren't allowed to use, because it does swap between sprint races and enduro, and some people, me included, are never quite up to date with what they're doing in terms of tyre rules. So let's have a look at times then. It is Dylan currently leading the way with 1 minute 18.2. We are 4 minutes into this 10-minute quali. Standard livery on board for him as he just runs himself off track, carries the speed though. Mocking Weeks just sticking himself on a fresh set of tyres. He's got himself a 118.2 for his qualifying time, as these drivers just let these boys come through. It's not the best pit exit. Hopefully we don't see anybody in the pits throughout these short sprint races. Shouldn't do. Obi then in third, 118.6 on the clock for him. Manny in fourth with a 118.7. Skippy, oh, we just catch Pilgrim running off track. Skippy in fifth with a 118.9. We've got Pilgrim, there he is, parked up. He's on a 118.9 as well. Apache in seventh with a 119.2. We've got Captain Pugwash in eighth with a 119.6. Marshall in ninth with a 119.8. Ice Chand in 10th. Oh, no time on the board for him, but what is he? Oh, he's exactly 1,000th behind Marshall, so he is on a 119.883 for Ice Chand. Bo's on a 119.898, but has found himself with a penalty. Been off track somewhere. Campo in 12th then, 120.3. And Coffin Dodger just getting himself back on track, 132. So he's got a 123.5 on there, but he must have picked up a penalty for that one. 132.2 is his quickest. The Gans do look good. And again, these guys just having to stay out of the way a little bit as these other drivers come around turn one. 4 minutes left of this qualifying session then. Thank you Andrew Ainsworth for the subscription, appreciated mate, thank you very much. In fact, Ricky J, he did say in the chat earlier that he might not be able to race tonight, so we might not see the jump of all jumps, because there's no Ricky J in the lobby. He had promised he was going to send it tonight if he was racing. But you know, life comes first. Can anyone unsettle Dylan then? He's only got 23 thousandths lead. 200ths over Mockin. So there is chance for him. He just needs one slightly better corner. No, he doesn't. Because he's already done it. He sticks in a 117.5, 0.4 of a second quicker than Dylan. In fact, Obi-Wan's just come through to go quicker as well, 117.9, so they are still finding a little bit of time here. So Dylan got his work cut out, 2.5 minutes to try and regain that top spot. Fresh set of tyres to play on as well. Not out of the realms of possibility with Dylan. that's, I would assume, being as it's a 2-race format tonight, and they're both 15 minutes, I assume during the break in between race 1 and race 2, that's when we're going to start seeing the chaos and mayhem of people hitting the jumps. So only seen a couple of drivers off track so far. Again, that could all change when it comes to the race, all bunched up, all trying to look for those inside lines, and tyres letting go. Again, they've got to use the mediums at some point, so softs and mediums got to be used tonight. I don't know if the qualifying rule comes into play, so excuse me, for some of the rounds they have had, if you qualify in a set of mediums, you have to start race 1 on that set of mediums, but there has been times where that hasn't quite worked out, as Manny just tries to get himself pointing in the right direction again. He's on the sand. So yeah, tyre rule for the mediums has been a little bit up in the air throughout the season. Again, a bit of confusion between the Enduros and the sprint race options as well, which, you know, people can catch people out a little bit. Last minute of qualifying then, Marshall almost pushing Skippy around this circuit. Switches to the outside, but Skippy's got the inside line running up the hill to the hairpin. Looks like a nice bit of downhill mountain biking in the background as well at this place. Somebody get me tickets. Don't worry about the race, I'll downhill and then go to the top of the hill and watch a bit of racing from the top. Thanks. And then jump on the bike and rip down again. Thank you. So Mockin still on that top spot. Dylan still third. Let's just... There it is, final lap on screen. That is the 10 minutes over and done with. Dylan's just got through. It's now or never for him then. He's in that third position. Obi is done, that's his qualifying finished. Mockin still out on a fast lap as well. So what can this man do? Don't count Marshall out of this yet either. He's a bit of a dark horse himself. Where are you going, Ice Chand? These are not four-wheel drives. Yeah, Marshall seems to hang about right at the, you know, sort of mid-pack, back-pack, near the throughout the sort of majority of qualifying, and then comes through right at the end, puts a real good smasher in. Dylan's pulling over. Well, that's it then. It's looking like it is going to be Mockin. He can only better his time now. Obi's done. Dylan's parked up. Bo's come out of nowhere and thrown himself into fourth. Captain Pugwash coming up to the line, being chased by Mockin. Can he go any quicker? 1:18.7. Not this time, so he stays in fifth for the time being. Manny's done. Skippy is done. Pilgrim is done. Apache's in the pits. Marshall is done, so he didn't squeeze a lap at the end. Ice Chan crosses the line. He is done then. Campo finished qualifying. And Coffin Dodger also. So it is Mockin on pole then. Obi second. Dylan parked up in third. Bo fourth. Pugwash in fifth. Manny in sixth. Skippy in seventh. Pilgrim in eighth. Apache ninth. Marshall 10th. We've got Ice Chand in 11th. Campo in 12th. And Coffin Dodger in 13th. So that's the lineup for race one. We'll have a look at official results when we jump back into the main lobby screen. Unless they go straight into the race, I don't think they will. Every little helps, Coffin Dodger. You know it. Yeah, not... there you go, look, there's a good view of the sand trap that is Willow Springs. Dylan still parked up. What's he doing? Why is Dylan parked up? Is he doing... No, he's not even doing practice starts, look. That's usually the case. People find a little sneaky straight around the back of the circuit and just practice a few grid starts. Try and gain that advantage from the line. Right, there are official results then. Mockin on the top spot, Obi second, Dylan third, Bo fourth, Captain Pugwash fifth, Manny sixth, Skippy seventh, Pilgrim in eighth, Apache in ninth, Marshall 10th, Ice Chand 11th, Campo 12th, and Coffin Dodger in 13th. So, here it is then, race one, just about to kick off. 15 minutes here at Willow Springs. Be interesting to see what tyres people have got on. Pilgrim, have a good race. Let's have a clean race. Manny, no. Come on, give me a better view. Here we go. No, don't leave the lobby. Right, race one then, just about to get underway. We wait for these lights to flick on. Hopefully everybody gets away well. No false starts. Reasonably good start from everybody. Let's see how they crack on into turn one. This is where the chaos is going to start to happen. Through there reasonably cleanly at the minute. So Mockin leads us out then. Dylan up the inside of Obi, looking for that second place, but Obi's just got to keep his wing right where it is. Get the run on Dylan up to this next hairpin. There he is, just holding his line into this one, up the hill. Cuts Dylan off then. Dylan has to slot back into that third position. Bo in fourth, Pugwash fifth, Manny in sixth. Everybody kept it on track so far. Skippy in sixth, is he? Oh man, he's just been shoved. Oh no, no, no. Oh, well held Coffin Dodger. Let's put him a long way back, but he's kept it on track. Pilgrim in seventh, then Apache in eighth. Manny gets pushed down to ninth now. Ice Chand in 10th, Marshall in 11th. Oh no, Manny having a look at Ice Chand round there. Nowhere for Marshall to go. He's just crashed into the back of Manny, unfortunately. And that means that closes the door on Skippy. No, there goes Ice Chand. Oh, Ice Chand gets reset to track. Coffin Dodger goes past, and as easy as that, he goes spinning off the circuit. And he was obviously far too far away from the track to get back on, so they've reset him. Back up front then, Mockin leads, Obi second, Dylan in third. Gap's already up front, 3/4 of a second between first and second and third. Bo 0.6 of a second back. He's got a little bit of pressure from Captain Pugwash. Again, it's just about keeping it on the black stuff today. Any kind of deviation into that gravel and it's a long way back on track. Again, if you go too far, it will automatically reset you to track. Skippy gets a bit of kick off that curb there, manages to hold on to it. He is being closed up by Skippy. Just 0.4 of a second back at the minute. Taking a slightly tighter second apex. Oh, Manny's off in the background. He's now gone. Off he spins into the wall. Tries to get it back. He's pointed straight now. Oh no, he's not. Flipping heck. Coffin Dodger had to go for a right manoeuvre there. Yeah, that last corner can be very, very tricky. Carrying a lot of speed around that big sweeping right-hander, and it only takes tiny little dip of the wheels onto the sand on the outside of that corner, and away you go. We've seen Ice Chand come cropper to it. We've just seen Pilgrim come a cropper to it, and I think Campo's had a little bit of off-track action as well somewhere. So up front then, Mockin still leads. Obi under all sorts of pressure from Dylan. Toe down here, Obi putting his car in all the right places coming into this final corner. Who could get the run out, down, start, finish straight? Both keep it out of the sand. Anybody else going for a trip into the desert this round? No, they don't. Doesn't look like it. Dylan then closes up on OB, but doesn't go for the overtake. Just a little bit of bump drafting to help them try and close back up on Mocking Weeks in front. There he is, 0.8 of a second up the road at the minute. Still not out of the slipstream range for these boys. Just keeping that gap manageable at the minute. Bo keeping himself in this fight, just 1.2 seconds back. Any tiny mistake from anybody in front. Positions available to be had here. Skippy then in 5th, but he's got a mirror full of cars. He's got Captain Pugwash, he's got Apache and Marshall all looking for a way past. It's a good run out of there. Pugwash slows the 2 cars behind him down a little bit. Reflection on your car, Puggers. It's blinding me. Into this final corner then, carrying a fair bit of speed through there. Oh, yeah, everybody keeps it straight onto this start finish straight again. The hunt is on for another lap. Captain Pugwash a little bit of a manoeuvre pulled by Apache. Wasn't able to get that thing up the inside and slowed down quick enough to make the move on Pugwash, but scared him. And there is Marshall again, just on the back of these 4, looking for a way past. Manny back up into 9th then after spinning off track. Coffin Dodger, he's also been off track. Ice Chan's been off track. Pilgrim's been off track. Campo's been off track. These boys are a long way down then. Few of them been reset to track as well. Good views here at Willow. I do like the camera angles at some of these circuits. Mocking still leads then 6 minutes into race 1 here. Time has dropped though. It's about half a second between him and Obi, and there's a similar gap between Obi and Dylan. Top 3 on the medium tyre for race 1. Bo's gone for the softs for race 1, as has Skippy. Oof. Puggers on the mediums. Mediums on for, who's that? Apache. He's having a look at Marshall around there, so who's going to get this one? Marshall's trying to get a wing up the inside coming into this second turn. Has he held on to it? Is Apache going to cut him off? No. Do an Obi though and keep his wing up the inside into this next corner. Has Marshall carried enough speed through there? No, he hasn't, I don't think. Apache does hold that line around the outside. They're still side by side running up here as well. Great bit of driving by these two. Just about slot themselves back into formation. And it is Marshall that squeezes his way through into that 7th position. Apache into 8th then. A little bit of a battle up front has allowed Manny to close that gap back up. He's just 1.4 seconds off the back of these boys. We've seen him off track already, so starting to close that gap up. Coffin Dodger 5.7 seconds behind him. Ice Chand another 7.5 seconds back. Pilgrim just 3 seconds behind him, and then big gap 26 seconds back to Campo. He stopped and had a cup of tea, I think. Oh no. Where? Dylan is slowing right down. Where's Obi-Wan? Oh no, Dylan, have you sent Obi-Wan? Slowing down, he's all the way down into 6th. He's still driving, but he's driving slow-ish. So I don't know whether him and Obi-Wan have had a bit of a coming together, but he's a long way down, and Obi's a long way down as well. Mocking's got the track to himself then. 4.3 seconds lead over Bo. There he is, just coming up behind him. Great big gaps. Skippy then another 3.3 seconds back. Puggers, Marshall, Dylan trying to get himself back into this fight, and Apache as well. There's Manny in 8th, Coffin Dodger in 9th, Obi in 10th. Be interesting to find out what happened there, whether there was any contact or whether it was just a genuine, both of them making a mistake somewhere. Ice Chand and Pilgrim, he's got for company at the minute. A lot of drivers opting for that medium tyre for race 1. You can already see the 9-minute mark. Big chunk of wear on that front left. Who was on the softs? Oh, maybe you, Ice Chand? He is. Oh, that front left is absolutely blown out after 10 minutes. He's having to come in for tyres. We have got other drivers out on soft as well somewhere. Come on, who was it? Marshall, no. Dylan, no. Captain Pugwash, no. There we go, Skippy. His tyre's still not looking too bad, actually. Oh, they're all bunching up, though, around that hairpin at the top. So, I'm going to be blinded again by chromium paint, so I won't bother with that one. I'll stick with Apache and we'll look forward. See if everybody makes it around this final turn. Skippy just leading that little pile, followed by Puggers, followed by Dylan. Everyone just backing off the throttle. Someone's off track. Oh! Bye-bye. As easy as that. There's a driver coming back onto track and still sideways. That's how difficult this track is here. Manny 7th then, Coffin Dodger 8th, Skippy back on track in 9th. He was doing alright holding that 3rd position, but a mirror full of cars I think was just a bit too much pressure for him. Got that final turn a little bit wrong. Obi not too far off the back of him either, 1.1 seconds back. Pilgrim trying to hang on to him, another 1.1 seconds back. Ice Chand 10 seconds back with fresh boots on in 12th, and Campo another 53 seconds back. Oh, he's just been overtaken actually, and Dylan's run himself off. Campo's actually gone for a torpedo and he gets reset to track. Dylan also running off track through there as well. Where's Dylan gone? There he is in 6th, all on his own now though. Nobody to race with. And as easy as that, the positions chop and change. It takes one tiny little trip into that desert. Look at the gap he's got now, Mockin. 9.4 seconds over Bo. Bo's front left absolutely blown out now as well, so he's having to... Oh, his front right must be a bit blown out. Oh no, he can't even get that thing pointing straight. And a reset to track. Oh, Bo, what a shame. Just trying to gather that thing back up. All the way down to 6th then. Still 2.5 minutes left to race with these blown out tyres. It's all kicking off near the back now then. So we've got Manny just up there in 7th. 3 seconds behind him we've got Coffin Dodger. Another 1.3 seconds behind him we've got Obi. 1.4 seconds back is Skippy. 0.2 of a second back is Pilgrim. That's Campo bolted onto the back end of that fight, but he's a lap down unfortunately. Ice Chand in 12th, and there is Campo in the thick of it, but as I say, a lap down at the minute is Campo. Just putting in laps then now, Mockin. 2 minutes left on the race timer. He's held the lead from the beginning as Mockin. Even with an Obi and a Dylan behind him, they weren't able to make the move past him. A little bit of bump drafted between those two as well to try and close that gap up, but Mockin has just managed to hold on to it. All on his own at the minute. Marshall 10.6 seconds behind him. Medium tyres on board for him. Apache on the mediums in 3rd. sorry, Pugwash on the mediums in third. Apache on the mediums in fourth, not too far behind him. Dylan back up into fifth. Again, certain drivers throwing themselves off track has helped him out. Manny in sixth, also been off circuit tonight. Bo in seventh. Tyres absolutely screaming out for this race to be finished or to be changed, but too late to pit now really. He's just going to have to fend everybody else off for the next 30 seconds. Coffin Dodger in 8th, Obi-Wan in 9th, Pilgrim 10th, Ice Chan 11th, Skippy in 12th and Campo 13th at the minute. It's just easy peasy for Mockin now. 20 seconds left on the race clock. Marshall has seen another lap. Captain Pugwash sees another lap, as does Apache. Dylan crosses the line. He gets another lap. Manny gets another lap. Well, so do those boys. 20-minute races. Have I misread the whole thing? It's 2 20-minute races. Of course it is. Skippy's been in then, changed his tyres, but the soft tyre drivers screaming out for their tyres to be changed. Ice Chan's been in and swapped a pair out. Mockin leading us around then, 10.6 seconds. Thomas Shelby on the side of his car. I don't quite get the relationship there, but maybe somebody in the chat can explain that. Marshall then rolling around in second, pretty big gap behind him as well, 3.9 seconds back to Captain Pugwash. He's holding his own with that third position. Got Apache not too far behind him, but not able to close up. A little bit more tyre wear on Apache's car than on Pugwash's. Dylan, from battling away with Obi in third, dropped himself off track, got himself back on in sixth, managed to regain a position, but not been able to pull any more positions back yet. Manny having a little lonely race at the minute, 6 seconds in front to Dylan, 4.2 back to Obi. He's carved his way through the field as well after a little bit of off-track action earlier. Be interesting to know what happened between Dylan and Obi, if anything. Coffin Dodger doing all right at the minute in 8th. Skippy in 9th, so been off track, as has Pilgrim, as has Ice Chand. Bo, oh, there's literally nothing left on that front left, look, it's all red, the whole damn thing. Even on the straight bits you can't get it pointing in the right direction, look. He's under no direct threat from Campo. I think Campo's a full lap behind him. Still pulling time here then, Mocking Weeks. 11.8 seconds up the road from Marshall now. Three starting to close up then. Just taking a couple of tenths out of Pugger's little lead there. Has Apache, and he's dragged Dylan along for the ride as well. So it could still be on here for a third place battle. Get ourselves on with Dylan. So Apache right in the slipstream of Captain Pugwash into this final turn. Dylan just 0.3 of a second back at the minute. Slightly later braking into this final corner. Does he get a good exit? Everybody gets a good run out of there. Pugwash then could be under threat here, coming down into turn 1. Apache right behind him, Dylan right behind him. Pugwash blocks that gap right off, but I think Apache's actually managed to find a hole through there. Whoa, Dylan sweeps back across track as Captain Pugwash takes a bit of a dodgy line into that. And it's now a battle on for third between these two, but Dylan and Apache side by side. This is where we've seen the battles happening around here. Dylan not quite able to keep himself side by side with Apache. Goes for a little look around the outside though. Oh, but Pugwash has turned up. Coming to that corner a little bit hot, and backwards he goes. And just trying to get these things pointing in the right direction with worn out tyres, and drivers coming up behind you and through and past and stuff can be real tricky. Like in your spoiler though, Captain Pugwash. So where are we now? Mocking Weeks still finding time here. 12.4 seconds. Easy work for him at the minute. He will start from the back of the pack in at race 2. We'll have the soft tyres to play with as well, and as we've seen in this race, they don't last a full stint. Okay, so the 20 minutes has passed then. Marshall crosses the line, he takes second. Apache takes third. Dylan takes fourth. Manny fifth. Obi-Wan takes sixth. Coffin Dodger comes home in seventh. He did manage to get himself past Captain Pugwash, as Captain Pugwash was just getting himself back up to speed. He takes eighth then. Skippy's going to come home in ninth. Ice Chand. Ice Chand and Pilgrim battling out for this final position here. Bo's already finished. He takes 12th. Campo comes home in 13th. It's going to be a drag race between these two down to the start-finish line. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's... Oh, I don't know. Ice Chand ran himself off track. Pilgrim's going to carry a little bit of extra speed, but it's not to be. Ice Chand takes 10th, then Pilgrim 11th, Bo 12th, Campo 13th. And there is Mocking Weeks. Rips the handbrake across the line to take that top spot. He got an extra lap more than everybody else. There he is on that top spot. Mocking taking the win then on the mediums. Marshall second, Apache third, Dylan fourth, Manny fifth, Obi-Wan in sixth, Coffin Dodger seventh, Pugwash in eighth, Skippy ninth, Ice Chan 10th, Pilgrim in 11th, Bo in 12th and Campo 13th. So I'm sure there's going to be some chatty chat. Maybe not in this format, but on the group chat, the P1RC group chat, there might be some. God damn it, Willow Springs, I hate you. And now this is probably where we're going to see if anyone decides to leave the pits. Again, we were hoping for a bit of a Ricky J. Everyone's in the pits, damn it. We were hoping for a Ricky J to show us some jumps of doom around this circuit. We might still see it yet. So a little bit of a break between race 1, race 2. Again, this is where you might see the chaos and mayhem occur with people trying to jump these cars. Again, you can't get far across that sand without... No, Pilgrim, you can't. Dylan, no, Dylan, you can't. Trying to ask if you can use medium tyres for both races. No, you can't, Dylan. Cheaty person. So I would expect people to be coming in and doing the... No, Pilgrim, don't give him that. Don't give him the option. Make him use the softs that wear out like everybody else's. If it was me, I'd go for a full 10 minutes, change them, and then just go for 10 minutes. Not try and blow them out to 15 minutes and then stick a set on. Come on, one of you go ramping. Nobody's gone ramping. Why is nobody ramping? Boring. Where's Ricky J when you need him? So another 20 minutes here at Willow. Don't often see some of the other variations of this course, to be honest. There are a few different variations. Some of them a lot more evil than this. I'm not sure if it's actually part of this circuit or whether it's a completely separate circuit, but it is Big Willow. But yeah, just a totally different layout with all sorts of wiggles and squiggles at the end of it. But we are back to the same track for race 2 as well. Still nobody playing. What's going on, boys? There's usually absolute chaos. People trying to crash into each other, send each other. What's the special occasion tonight? Why no ramming? No money. I don't think it is a rule change. Whatever Dylan does, if he uses the medium tyres in this race as well, I'm going to give him a 5-place penalty. It won't stand, but in my head, and you lot listening, you'll know that he cheated. You cheated, Dylan. You listening? Dylan the cheater. I would actually consider, being as he's been so cheeky, forcing Dylan only to stick a set of set of hards on or something. Dirt tyres. I know you might win round here. Just drive off track, rally it round the sand maybe. Ha! Chaosers on track. Nobody near a jump though. Drivers out on track then, just getting a little feel for these different tyres. If we get a few of them out, we'll have a little closer look at these liveries. So let's see if Thomas Chan goes for the ramp or whether he's going for lap times. He's just done an out lap, so if anything he'll be looking at lap times. But if he goes for a jump, it'll be exactly around this corner. He is not going for a jump. Also not going for a jump. Mocking already past the jump. Unless he's going for this one. No. The essence of Ricky J is needed tonight. Nobody opted for the ramp. Let me down, boys. That's better, Ice Champ. That's better. A little bit of off-track action. Go find a big lump of that brown stuff to go and fire yourself off. Wiggle down the start finish, down the back straight. Moving it out wide then for this final corner. Again, just tightens up on the end of this one. drivers go off on that corner. Ice Chand ramp. Ice Chand ramp. Ice Chand ramp. Ice Chand ramp. Damn it. And he's already passed it. Captain Pugwash hasn't ramped it. Ice Chand decided he was going to have a look at the ramp, but going far too slow. Patchy's gone round it. I'm upset now, boys. Come on, Obi. Use the force. Damn you lot. Campo smuggling his pasties. He's driving the wrong way down the road. So we'll start at the front of the grid, Will Campo. So he's possibly running. Well, he's running down here to try and take Manny out. I think that was Manny. I thought he was actually going to go and have a couple of practice starts, but maybe not. Nobody ramping around today then. Come on, Pilds. No. I'll tell you what. Whee! We've missed him, whoever that was. Oh, we're going. Nice. The boys are lining it up now. Who else have we got coming up here? Dylan. No, Dylan. Wow. Jumped over the top of it. How bizarre. Missed it. Patchy's playing sensible. I need to be able to bolt a camera to the side of the track right at that ramp. There we go. And he's trying to do 360s over it. Marshall doesn't look phased one little bit, does he? He's obviously had cars firing in towards him like that before. That Dylan just disappeared down the... Oh no, that must be mocking Weeks then. Oh, he's been reset to track. See, it is chaos. It is chaos. There we go. Big launches. Patchy's coming back up for a second look. Manny says no. Manny sends him. Look, there's jousting going on here, look, between Mockin and Marshall. Always happens, 5 minutes of free time. Chaos occurs. Damn it. Missed you, Manny, sorry. going to look at any more chaos. Race 2 about to start then. Campo is going to lead us out. Finishing last in that first race. He will lead us away. Can he get a good enough start? He's on the soft tyres. A lot of the other drivers also on that soft tyre for race 2. Lights go on then. Another 20 minutes just about to start here. Yes, I was wrong in the first one. It was 15. It was 20 instead of 15. Here we go then. Good start by everybody again. Can they get around the first few turns? Nice chance. Scoops one to the inside. They go 3 wide through turn 1. They're still 3 wide coming into turn 2 as well, but it's Pilgrim that holds that one. He takes second. Bo and Ice Chan still by side as Ice Chan looks to drive around the outside of everybody around here on the mediums. Oh, it's just... Oh, people off in the background. Ice Chan has battled his way through and held that second position. Great bit of driving from him. Saw the opportunity up the inside of turn 1, took it. Now second position. Pilgrim third, then Pugwash in 4th. Bo in 5th. Skippy in 6th. Got Mockin in 7th. Marshall having a bit of a punch up with Manny at the minute for 8th and 9th. Apache in 10th. Obi-Wan was off track at turn 1 then in 11th. Dylan, oh my god, Dylan's had an off track action. He's 6.6 seconds down, and Coffin Dodger as well, 5.5 seconds down. People off track already here then. So Campo leads at 1.1. Oh. Campo doesn't lead anymore. Ice Chan lead. Oh my god, there goes Captain Pugwash as well. Drivers getting ejected from this circuit. Ice Chan then with a 0.7 second lead then as we start lap 2. Pilgrim second, Skippy third, Mockin in 4th. Great position for Mockin already then. Started from the back of the pack. He's worked his way through to 4th. Again, off-track action, a little bit of chaos has helped him out. He's just got to manage his tyres now. Those soft tyres blow out pretty quickly. He's having a look at Skippy. Skippy on the mediums for race 2. Oh, Skippy risking it for a biscuit. Dips a couple of wheels on the sand there. Manages to keep control of it. He's under all sorts of pressure now from Mockin Weeks coming up to this long back straight. Just 0.2 of a second behind him. Not really using the slipstream to his advantage around there. So medium tyre versus soft tyre then. We're looking at 3rd versus 4th. Mockin Weeks tied to line through there. They both come back, cut that apex off, but Mockin Weeks all over the back of him. Going for the move then as we pass the pits. We've got a move going for the lead as well. Pilgrim under, trying to have a go at Ice Chan, but it is Ice Chan that holds on to that one. Mockin Weeks swings around the outside of Skippy. The extra grip of those soft tyres just allowing him to hold the grip around there. So lead of the race then, Ice Chan holding out to that one. He is on the medium tyre. Pilgrim also on the medium. Ice Chan holds that inside line. Pilgrim goes for a move up the inside. It's not worked out yet. Side by side round the hairpin over the brow. There is Mockin into 3rd, chasing those two down. Skippy and Manny in 4th and 5th behind. Marshall 6th. Obi-Wan back up into 7th. Apache in 8th. Dylan 9th. Campo in 10th. Campo keeping off that brown stuff. Pugwash in 11th and Coffin Dodger in 12th. Who've we lost? Why? I thought we had 13 drivers on track. We lost Bo. We have, haven't we? We lost Bo for race 2. Okay, race still on then for the lead. It's a 3-way punch up now then. Nice Chand. Tries to drop the toe. Mockin Weeks looking for a way past Pilgrim here, but Pilgrim's just saying no. Oh no! Oh, Ice Chan's had to back off the throttle going around turn 1. That slowed him down. Still got the inside line just, but can't carry the speed through there. Can't carry the speed and keep his nose up the inside of Pilgrim's as well. So Pilgrim takes the lead. Ice Chan in 2nd. Mockin Weeks Weeks now looking for a way past, but Skippy, Manny and Marshall all slowly closing up. Mocking had a little look up the inside there. Now will this just give Pilgrim a bit of a free track to go and disappear off? 0.6 of a second at the minute. Still not able to get past. Train of drivers heading down that back straight. Then Pilgrim, Ice Chand in second, Mockowitz third, Skippy fourth, Manny fifth, Marshall sixth. All over the back of Manny into this final turn. Obi in seventh, just half a second back himself. Apache's just a second back. Bit of a gap back to Dylan, then 5.4 seconds on the mediums. Another 6 seconds back to Campo, 2.9 back to Captain Pugwash. Coffin Dodger 15.7 seconds. Mediums on the front, softs on the rear for Coffin Dodger. He's gone for the full mullet setup. Pilgrim then has not been able to escape. Ice Chand kept him firmly within his sights. Mocking Weeks as well. Mocking Weeks all over the back of Ice Chand coming into the hairpin. Up the inside, he's got the ability to brake later with those softer tyres. Uses those to his advantage. Take that position off of Ice Chand. Now all over the back of Pilgrim for race lead. Still kicking off in the background as well. Oh, a little bit of sideways action from Skippy. He's managed to hold on to it. Tiny bit of contact between him and Marshall through there as well. Whether that was anything of it, but Marshall gets a little nudge off track as Obi-Wan comes through there. Tricky circuit this one with the undulations and the switchbacks on the corners. 5-way punch up then from fourth backwards. Skippy leads that train. Obi in fifth, Manny sixth. There is Marshall having a look at him around the outside down towards turn one. All over the place. Skippy and Obi's dropped himself into fourth, then Skippy fifth, Marshall sixth, Manny in seventh, and there is Apache in eighth. Mocking Weeks into the lead of the race. He's got his way past Pilgrim, but tyres looking not too bad at the minute. 7 minutes in, that's less than halfway at the minute, but still plenty of life left on that soft tyre at the minute. Driver's risking it. You can see the dust being kicked up in the background. Pilgrim's keeping himself bolted right onto Mocking Weeks there. Battle still kicking off a third. Ice Chand just holding the inside line around this long sweeping right-hander for this final corner. Obi-Wan looks to run around the outside. He's got that one all wrong. Dips himself on the sand, gets himself back on track. Luckily, how he did that, I don't know. But it's kicking off behind. Look at this, 3 wide as they come down the start-finish straight. Skippy, Manny and Marshall. Manny's just got the advantage. It's a battle between Skippy and Marshall coming out of this corner. Does look like Marshall's got the inside line coming into the sweeping right-hander, but we've seen drivers just be able to drive around the outside here and keep a wing next to that car, but I don't think Skippy's been able to do it on Marshall. Oh, just again risking it through there. 2 wheels on the sand. Again, Marshall sticks a wheel on the sand. That Renault goes a little bit sideways. Oh, and it's happened again. Ice Chand dips a wheel off track. That allows Obi-Wan to get through. And it's little things as simple as that. A couple of wheels off track just slows you down or makes you have to make a correction, puts you on the wrong side of the circuit. Next thing you know, you've got a train of drivers just weaving their way past you. Obi then up into third. Mocking Weeks made a little bit of a break now. He's got 1.1 seconds over Pilgrim. Soft tyre will start to wear out though. Pilgrim on the mediums. Obi on the mediums as well. Oh, a lot of drivers have gone for the medium soft setup. Ice Chand's gone for the mediums front, softs on the back. Having having a little look at Manny for 4th at the minute. Got to be careful though, doesn't want to leave the door open around here. There you go, Marshall having a little look. And Ice Chand trying to keep his wing up the inside this time. Don't know whether it's going to be enough. It's not. Skippy now has a look at him coming into the hairpin. So gets the inside corner on the run into the hairpin, but Ice Chand holds on to the line. Oh no! Who's... Pilgrim's got it backwards. He's ended up down in 9th position. Again, as easy as that, around you go. Campo, been in the pits then, changed his tyres, fresh set of softs on to play with. Should be able to run to the end if he can keep it on the brown stuff, on the black stuff, sorry. Captain Pugwash in 11th, 3.3 seconds behind Campo, got Coffin Dodger for company. Both drivers on that medium tyre, but Coffin Dodgers are looking amazingly good, to be honest. And look at this now, 4.2 seconds. Great big wide open track for Mockin to play with again here in race 2. Obi on those mediums, 4.4 seconds back. Ooh. Again, Manny dipping wheels off track there as well. Has got to get enough space between him and Obi to try and drop himself in the pits. Or is Mockin Weeks going to whisper these tyres round for the full 20 minutes? What do we think, people? Is Mockin Weeks able to whisper these tyres? He's got 4.7 seconds over Obi. These tyres will absolutely be dead though by the time that 20 minutes hit. There'll be a fair amount of wear on the mediums, but they'll still be able to push pretty hard. Is that 4.7 seconds enough? There's a physical gap you can just see on track there. Is that enough for Mockin Weeks to take the win without a pit stop? Again, taking into consideration gap, the extra wear the softs give versus the sort of lack of wear on the mediums. Has he got enough? Gap still at 4.5 seconds. 2/3-ish wear on those now. He's got 7.5 minutes left to play with. Obi then under pressure from Marshall. Both drivers on the medium tyres. Still kicking off here really. These are all pretty close, to be honest. Again, it's only going to take 1 or 2 of these drivers to dip a wheel on the sand on the exit of that final corner. As we've seen, you get absolutely sent to oblivion. Ice Chan, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Can't even see him on track now. Come on, there he is. Yeah, as simple as that. And again, once you run yourself off circuit here, and unless there's a great big catch berm or catch barrier, you're off track until you hit something you shouldn't. So Ice Chan drops down to 8th then with that little mistake. Campo 9th. Oh, we just catch Campo going off track around that very same turn. He's caught a few drivers out this one. Oof. Coffin Dodger goes through. Pilgrim goes through. Captain Pugwash goes through. Campo gets himself back up to speed then. Again, Willow Springs, just one of those circuits that it either works for you or it doesn't, and any kind of off-track or mistake is heavily penalised here. Okay, tyre wear really starting to kick in for Mockin Weeks then. He's lost a full second's lead from Obi. And that tyre is looking redder and redder every corner. Stays out for another lap here, Mockin. Have about 5 minutes left on track. But that time is certainly coming down. Obi and Marshall pushing each other then to close the gap up on that first place driver. Dylan up into fourth, being harassed by Manny at the minute. Apache had a little punch up with Skippy for sixth. Ice Chand having a lonely race now, 10 seconds in front, 20 seconds behind. Pilgrim again, lonely race, 4 seconds back to Coffin Dodger. Coffin Dodger got another 2.4 back to Captain Pugwash. And Campo, after getting himself pointing in the right direction, 12.5 seconds down. I think he's got a boot full of ginsters pasties, and the back end of that it's too much for the softs. It's just catching him out. There you go, look, the ginsters just got loose in the boot of that car for a second. Rattled about. Time drops again then, less than 3 seconds between Mockin Weeks and Obi. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. These two are slowly but surely hauling him back. Is it going to be enough though before the end of the race? I don't think they're having any kind of battle between themselves. Not yet anyway. Let's get ourselves onto the rear end of Mockin Weeks and then we can all battle it out for that first, second and third position. Down to 2.2 seconds then. Mockin's going to have his hands full by the time he comes up to the line here. It's down to less than 2 seconds. Front left absolutely blown out on Mockin Weeks' car now. He's really going to have to push for this last lap or two. He's got to be careful though, that tyre wear could catch him out on that final corner. This corner. And it does just keep it on track, but he's going to be running ridiculously slow. He tries to clean his tyres off. Obi's made a mistake though, he's off track. That gives Mockin Weeks a teensy bit of breathing room. I think Marshall's had to take a void in action. That's kept him a little bit slower. Well, he has closed back up on Mockin. Look at this now, look at this, the difference in pace. Marshall straight past Mockin, he just can't put the power down through there. Look, and off track he goes. Could give Dylan a look here in this last lap or two as well. So no, Mockin Weeks' tyres won't last him and won't be able to fend off these drivers on the medium tyres come the end of the race. So Marshall into the lead then, 2.3 seconds back for Dylan. That's a pretty big gap to try and close down as well at the end of this race. Mockin Weeks looks pretty good. Oh, I say that. Looks pretty good for third at the minute, as long as he can stop driving it off track. He's got 7 seconds behind to Apache. Skippy's all over the back of him at the minute for that position, 4th and 5th. Manny still having a lonely race, 6-ish seconds either side of him. Ice Chand very similar, 24 seconds back to Coffin Dodger. Coffin Dodger still under a little bit of threat here from Puggers. Pilgrim struggling, oh, he's off track. In 10th at the minute then, Campo in 11th. And Obi, Obi's picked up damage. He's sitting the end of this one out. Just a minute left on the clock then. This will become final lap. I think, will it? Oh, I don't know. They might just squeeze another one out here. All taking the time on these corner exits. Just don't want to push it too hard, especially with those front lefts being absolutely blown out. Oh, Mockin Weeks. Oh, Mockin Weeks. Are you going to hold on to third? Apache and Skippy all over the back of you. Oh, Skippy. On the mediums. Struggles a little bit round there. Loses a bit of time. Apache then still closing up on Mockin. 10 seconds remaining then. Will they see another lap? I don't think they will. They won't. It is Marshall that takes the win then. Dylan comes home in second. Mockin Weeks absolutely fighting tooth and nail with Apache for third. Who's carried the speed? I think Mockin's just got it. He has. Apache has to take fourth. Skippy comes home in fifth. Manny is going to take sixth. Nice Chand right behind him for seventh. Look at the gaps back then. Coffin Dodger 23 seconds back. Just that final tricky corner to navigate. Seems to have been the one that's caught the majority of drivers out. Whether they're not quite prepared for the slightly tighter turn at the end, I don't know. Coffin Dodger 8th then, Captain Pugwash 9th. Pilgrim, I thought I saw somebody drive off track there, come home in 10th. Campo will take 11th. And Obi finishes this one off in the pits. Again, not too sure what happened with Obi. I'm sure I'll find out at some point in the next day or two. Oh, what are you doing? Wrong button. There he is then, race winner Marshall. Pressing that home at the end. Again, Mocking Week's tyres just letting go. Maybe should have come in. Yes, he would have been sort of semi-mid-pack coming back out, but fresh set of tyres to play with. Dylan takes second as well. Again, Mocking Weeks did very well to hold on to third. Apache was literally next to him when they crossed the line. 0.073 back when they did cross. Skippy, a little mistake just on that couple of corners before, cost him any opportunity to go for that third position. Got a little bit of a wobble on himself. There they are. The overalls of the Bruce Star. Or the Marshall. And there it is. Race 6 done and dusted of the Renault Megane Trophy League with the P1RC boys. Apologies to anyone that's been wanting the GTTCC. Where's my posters, Pilgrim? Where's my posters, Pilgrim? You said you were going to send them to me yesterday dinner, Pilgrim. So that's the reason you haven't seen that, because I've not had the posters and the nonsense to put up with the stream. I didn't want to just do the race. It's the final race of the season. So I've got the minis to do tomorrow night, so I won't be doing it tomorrow. So if anything, it'll be Tuesday. Now it'll be the earliest I can get that done, unfortunately. So if you're looking for GTTCC final rounds, I'm looking to get the post race done as soon as possible. But yeah, I couldn't get it done this weekend, unfortunately. Pilgrim. But there it is, round 6 done and dusted of the Renault Megane trophies. So I am back on tomorrow night, 8:30 for the next round, round 3 of the Mini Martini League. Again, if you've been keeping your eye on that one, the old 1965 minis, every time they are absolute madness. I love them. I love commentating. I love watching racing them. I love racing in them. I love commentating over them. They're just bonkers. So GTTC is done. I don't know when the new P1 League starts. Not sure if it's this Thursday or next Thursday. But a new, I think we're still running supercars for that one. Are we, boys? Let me know. I'm not keeping up with the chat as much as I possibly should, because it does go bonkers sometimes. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Another great round of racing from the P1 boys. Again, yeah, just tomorrow night, 8:30, and then same time, same place next week. the next round of this. Hopefully Tuesday night, if I get the GTTCC posters, I'll get that done Tuesday night for us as well. But that's going to be it from me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you haven't already, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, throw a comment out there, but most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums.